In this transmission, I'm sharing many keys with you on how to include being a human and how to connect to others deeply on a human degree. I share how having connections to other star races and life forms isn't constantly helpful, and the way we are able to emerge as more human and love being the guardians of our valuable physical bodies. Learn how you can rise up to be an earthling of the light, develop a sense of belonging on the planet, and be the human which you came here to be. A lot of us experience we aren't home yet, long for a deep connection. Many of us have yearning for home, feeling that we in reality come from another area, and this isn't it. These emotions come from the fact that we are multidimensional beings, and for many of us, we've had many lives on different planets. As woke-up souls, you presently realize that, and you could flow forward with the truth which you maintain inside you, that each one of these items which is to be established, embraced, processed, and in the end released to let more of the light in. The excessive frequency energies which are upon you proper now are supporting you to purge all of it, but it helps to have a focus of what is going on while you are in the midst of this sort of purges. Letting move of the darkness feels good after it's executed. However, all through the system, it is able to be a harrowing, unpleasant experience to mention the least. And so, once more, you need to be gentle with yourselves and others due to how much you know you all took on. If a person is being implied or rude to you, remember the weight that they carry and understand that they may be having an especially awful time. Not all and sundry is aware of what to do when they have worry, sadness, anger, anxiety, frustration, and all of the different bad feelings stirring around inside of them. However, again, you, because the awakened collective, do understand what to do, and on every occasion you face the darkness, allow it to be what it is, and even embody it. You show others how it's done, and also we upload something to the collective focus. This is for the betterment of all. It means the energies of this time are focusing you within the gentlest, but firmest methods viable to own your truth. You do no longer need to shoot it, however you have to not disguise it either. You are being requested to stand in yourself. Sure, which can seem scary to lots of you, however the ones of you who experience anxious as you hear this are exactly those whom we are addressing. You, yes you have a heart full of love, and you have thoughts full of compelling understandings. You, the time for being silent is over. You are about to be known as into the front line motion. Human beings will understand you by your vibration. They may start to ask you questions. It's not through coincidences. You are right here to proportion your adventure, your information. You don't must be right or to realize the entirety. You are actually asked to stand on your story, your knowledge of the way it is. That is an evolving fact for all humanity, and anyone who says they understand the whole lot, well, be aware. You are being asked to own your reality and actually to sift through your truth. as reality is discovered and the many falsehoods that have been fed to the population and the lightworker community are discovered. We can discover significant connection with others through speaking and interacting on a superficial stage, such as going for drinks, making jokes, and talking about light-hearted things. It is definitely nice to have friends who we don't speak about the meaning of life with, and who are there to clearly have amusing. The intensity of connection we've got with others comes in many distinctive ways. It's no longer that we are able to have deep conversation with others. However, we don't always need to connect to all of the people in our lives in a profound spiritual way. Even if a love is superficial, it doesn't imply that it is crucial and have to be judged or discarded. I have many friends who I connected with on a superficial degree. I went through an extended hermit section of natural isolation. I need space, and I didn't see my friends an awful lot. After they wanted to hang out, I communicate with them. And you already know what. They had been totally pleasant with it. They understood I wished area. They cherished me besides, and we are waiting for me when I used to be prepared to connect again with open arms. We are always very inspired with how many human beings handle the amount of darkness that you come across at some point on your lives. You felt the darkness, the heaviness, the weight of existence there on this planet in many unique approaches. And most of you cling in there and bear so much without even having the proper tools to relieve the ache of reading that darkness. You all need to be very inspired by yourselves. You may all pat yourselves on the back, and you can observe others as nicely, in a different way, knowing that they too took on lots on this life. Everyone has their past to bear. All of us is working through some very heavy stuff from their genetic line, from their childhood, from their past lives.